Speaking of which, having a look at some of the sides that were named yesterday, coaches, well, a few of the coaches aren't having a go. We said the other night that if Des Hasler names Tanner Boyd at number 7, well, he's probably, his 3 weeks at the Titans may come to an end.
My exact words were, if he names Tanner Boyd on Tuesday, he should be sacked on Wednesday.
Drew Hutchinson's been named again, despite turning in an all-time stinker. People are talking about how good his running game is. That's all he's got. I don't want to make it personal, but those two... I'm seeing way too many ordinary footballers named in squads. I'm seeing too many fans of teams go, oh God, here we go again. Canberra made one enforced change after surrendering an 18-point lead to a pretty ordinary Cronulla side. Their fans are annoyed. Bulldogs fans are annoyed. One fan base aren't, which is my next point, so I'm going to stay away and hope you stay away from that. Do you think coaches are playing it safe, or do you think they're doing the right thing and fans just have to lump it for now?
Look, I think the wrong teams are playing it safe, right? I know there were some stupid comments in round 1 saying the expectation for the Gold Coast Titans this year was to make the top 8. Listen, nobody had the Gold Coast Titans in the top 8 this year. In fact, if you had the Gold Coast Titans outside of the bottom 6, I've got a bridge in Sydney for sale. Okay? So Des Hasler is taking the safe option when he doesn't need to. This was a free hit for Des. He had done literally no recruitment, and he had brought no players to that club that he really wanted. So this was the chance for him to turn around and go, see you later, Tanner Boyd. Hello, Troy Weaver. Hello, whoever else we've got playing Q Cup for us, whoever else is in the developmental squads. Because their season's done. Their season is done and dusted now. Tino's out. They're in terrible form. They don't know what to do with AJ Brimson. He's another answer. Go and put him in the number 7 jersey. Do anything but Tanner Boyd. I think he's playing this extremely wrong. And I think Cameron Serraldo, he's now in his 2nd season where he's probably got that relationship with Gus that buys him a little bit more time than most clubs would have the patience for. I don't think Toby Sexton is the answer, because in theory, if you've been released from the Gold Coast Titans because you were behind Tanner Boyd and now you can't get ahead of Drew Hutchison, but you have to do something. You have to do something. Like, you can move Blake Taff, who came through the juniors, in the halves. You can... There's got to be other options there. You can put Toby Sexton back into the halves and see what happens. It's probably not going to be a game changer, right? On the flip side, you're seeing Adam O'Brien. It's now week 5, and he's turned around and said, right, I wasn't happy with Jackson Hastings. He can go back to New South Wales Cup and have 2 games. And guess what? 2 wins for Newcastle in the New South Wales Cup. Jackson Hastings is back in the team. Tyson Gamble, you go and find some form somewhere. So I think he's made the right call. I just think the other 2 coaches haven't done it.
They're playing it safe with players that don't...
You don't need to.
Look, I don't want to turn it into a heat piece because, I'm sure they're lovely people and I'm sure they're good footballers. But they're not fulfilling... They're getting paid. They're professional athletes. They should be able to take the criticisms. Neither of them could look and think, I've been happy with the start of my season. Now, I think Drew Hutchison's earned himself a little bit more time because he's playing a position that he wasn't playing last year. Tanner Boyd's playing the exact same role he did last year, which was ordinary. He's done the exact same again. Meanwhile, Des Hasler seems intent on ruining AJ Brimson's career. He was the Titans' best last year. I know that's not saying much, but he was their best. He has been for years now. They've pushed him to the centres because he'll do what he's told. If I'm the Dragons, I'm going to AJ Brimson and saying, come up here. Come play for us. He needs to get out of the Titans.
Where are you going to play him, though? You're going to put him in the 6 jersey? Because Kyle's there.
I would, 100% I would, and I'd move Flanagan to 9, but whatever, that's the Dragons' problems. Let them enjoy that. But Des Hasler has options. He could pick anyone from the crowd. It's something different. What he's doing is not working, and it's frustrating the hell out of me. And I don't care if they finish last and go winless. I think it's hilarious. With the Bulldogs, I'm firmly thinking that they've got 4 or 5. They've got Bronson Zera, who's turning up New South Wales Cup, can't get a run. They keep going back to this Blake Wilson, who, had a very good end of last season. I don't dislike that. But what's to say they can't put Connor Tracy at fullback and move Taff into the halves? If they're so content with Wilson, it gives Zera a spot. Put Crichton at fullback. He signed to play fullback. Give him a shot. Move Taff in. I don't know, just do something. this same again mentality is so boring as a neutral. And I mean, Cronulla, we've been calling for how many weeks? Well, I've been calling for how many weeks to make changes? We see, okay, even if we got done the other day, at least it was something different.
Well, I mean, go back to Cronulla in 2022. We were second and we were calling for Matt Moylan to be dropped for Braden Trindle. Last year we were in the top 4 and we were calling for Braden Trindle to come into the team. Now Braden Trindle's in the team and guess what? We look pretty good.